We can get the ball into these guys and run the ball up the ground and just lower our eyes and hit our targets, not panic. We reckon we've got the game.
Season's alive. All the best, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, BWS. With Pete Muscat, take it away, Brett Beston.
So back in the middle, we're in for an intriguing last quarter. It really has been a sensational game as Benson gets the knockdown. He's had some game too for Croydon. Gets the ball forward to Bayswater, but it's cut off easily back there. The Croydon back six, as we've mentioned several times, have been outstanding. Now across to Haag of the Jamie variety. Has a little bounce to himself, goes short. Picks up Harrington. They've been so measured, Croydon, the way they've just chipped the ball around. Now it's Thompson. It's almost like they're saying, it's almost like they're saying to Bayswater, come at us. Now they kick down the line. There's plenty of Bayswater defenders down there. Up and goes Britton, but he can't take it. The ball spills clear. Callanan, I think it was, he's trying to bury his way through.
I was just going to say there, Luke Harrington's had a really good game in the midfield. Probably just a few little turnovers, but I tell you what, not knocking his endeavour.
So up it goes, the tap out once again. It falls for Bayswater. This first goal of this quarter is going to be absolutely vital. Beautiful mark taken back there by Hotka. The ball gets spilled. Trying desperately to get it out, and it's Dixon who gets it away. Now it's Marr running off half-back. Gets a kick down the line. Can he hit a target? He can. Yep. Beautiful kick to Thompson. A goal here would be absolutely superb for Croydon as they get it forward again. Looking for a target. Taken beautifully over there by Milner. Now they'll go inside 50 here. Where's the target? Who's it going to be on the end of this one? Going up for it, looking for it was Kempton. Was he taken? No, the ball's been scrambled and it's going to go through for a point. The first score of the final quarter. So we're a minute and a half into the last quarter. And that margin now out to 10 points on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Probably the most important 10 minutes of the game now, Brash. Whoever can get this first goal can set themselves up, I think.
So Bayswater through McInerney. Kicks it. He just popped it up, really. Gave a real big chance here for Croydon. Swinging around on the right boot up towards the top of the goal square. They got the numbers that bounced away there from Wilkins at that stage. Bayswater, Van Ruin, handball over the top. They'll need to do it in a series of handballs or just knock it on to their advantage. That's okay. Here's Cotty, couldn't quite trap the football on hands and knees. There was Christie, tried to release it for Croydon. Benson got the handball backwards. That was okay. Hockter back again on hands and knees. Nicely done there by Lynch. He got it away to Benson, whose kick was smothered in the middle of the ground. Handball over the top by the hyper McGilvray-Smith. Got it away to Grubb. Oh, it's scrappy football, but it's high intensity. O'Reilly got the handball away. The kick goes inside, ball 50 for Bayswater. Which way will this one bounce? Using his body out there was Lobo. Top of the goal square. Styles kick towards the boundary line and over. Ooh. She goes for a boundary throw in.
Well, that was probably the most intense minute and a half football I think we've seen all afternoon.
And it was so hot, the ball didn't move any more than 10 metres.
No.
But it covered every square foot of that 10-metre circle there.
Well, it looks like the Brisbane Lions are going to smack Hawthorn down in Tassie, which is absolutely unheard of. Little handball by Cunningham. He almost could have been pinged there. And his opponent who went after it just got dispossessed. I think it was an even Steven type situation. Jamie Haig, he got dispossessed and very lucky, only 20 metres out from goal.
Just on that Hawthorn result. That'll be the second time this year Brisbane's beaten Hawthorn.
Yeah, and only in about 7 weeks as well, which is completely random. Cunningham got it out. Stab around the body by Cott. It was touched off the boot. Well, Martin Prices, he knows all about that. He's the best in the business. 1,801 games. He is goal umpired for the Eastern Football League. He's a star. But nonetheless, the Bayswater faithful, they were about to get up and about and start stomping up here in the grandstand. But on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it is still an 8-point game, and Croydon lead it as Marr brings the ball back into play.
So the kick goes out, it finds Benson, he dropped it, but in fact it's a mark. Was it Mark?
His hands.
He's had a good game, this kid.
He's had an all-round performance, Fresh, hasn't he?
Had a sensational game. So up it goes, and the ball spilled out knocked out of bounds over on the far side by White. And so, what a game. 8-point margin in favour of Croydon.
Barry Cotts around the grounds with the score centre.
Yeah, interesting Division 4 score. Whitehouse Pioneers 2016 136 to Kilsyth 4-2 26. Whitehouse Pioneers. Whitehouse Pioneers kicked 11 goals in the third quarter.
Wowza.
So Benson it was who won the tap, and here they come again. Croydon with this run-off half-back, which has been so good for them throughout the game. Knocked over there, it's Kempton chasing it, trying to get his hands to it, but he's a bit of a lone warrior over there with two Bayswater players.
Got to ping him for that.
Holding the ball, and he's been given. So free kick to Bayswater, but the umpire says bring it back. Not happy with where it was taken from. O'Reilly was off, but the umpire says not quite from the right spot. But unlucky Kempton, it was probably there, but he was 2-on-1. He couldn't do anything about that at all.
It was there, but he was the only one that was willing to go in and get the football.
He tried, and he got gone.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
O'Reilly down the line. That's a terrible kick, and it should have been marked there by a Croydon player going back into the... It's on the ground again, and the umpire says we'll have a ball up.
The umpires are just letting it go a little bit. Paying what they have to.
So they should. It's been a terrific game so far as Benson gets yet another hit out, won by Croydon. A little handball, that's beautifully done. And here they come forward, Croydon. Can they hit a target? It goes right over the top, and Kempton's chasing it, and he's got on the end of it too.
Arch the back.
Kempton goes for home, and he's just pulled it away. In fact, it's going to be out of bounds on the full. Had his moment of glory there, Kempton. He was away, but he just absolutely just botched it at the end.
Baz, you've got some more scores?
Yes, Baronia 8-7-55 to the Basin 4-10-34, and as well as that, Park Orchards 11-8-74 to Lilydale 7-8-50.
McInerney to Callanan, who did a screamer, but it was a fresh air shot in the end. Benson got the handball away. Now they're off here. Carter trapped it. Handball over the top. They've got the numbers. Here's Barr on the right boot. Can he put it through? He can't. Pushed it to the right-hand side. The Bayswater brethren breathe a sigh of relief. And at the 6-minute mark of the final term on EFL game day on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it is Croydon leading this one by 9 points. 13-5-83 to Bayswater, 11-8-74.
Gee, they're running over on top of the ground here, Croydon, at the moment.
So Wade McInerney takes it. So that's a shocking kick, and it's gone straight to Carter, and he's taken the mark. He'll be too far out to score, but anything could happen here as he wheels around onto the right foot. Kicks to full forward. Up they go. And the punch comes out. It's not, the danger's not over yet. Wilkins, it is. He's kicked it. He has kicked it, Wilkins. It's his second of the day. It was a shocking punch. And Wilkins got his hands on it. He hooked it back over his shoulder, and it's gone through him. What a massive goal that is.
I think your mate Peter Muscat hit the nail on the head. They've got the young legs to run over them here. It's all up and running for Croydon, Brash.
It is, and Bayswater are going to have to dig really deep now because, you know, we said at the start of the game this was a crucial game for them. They can't afford to drop this one the way results are going at the moment.
Trailing by 6 goals at quarter time. Who would have thought? Barry Cott some more scores around the grounds in the final term across the league.
Yes, it is. 10-minute mark the last quarter, and it's all over for Baldwin. Rovell 74 to Baldwin 47.
It comes out. It's go time now for Bayswater. It comes out. O'Reilly on the right boot. Slams the ball inside forward 50. Cunningham at the back spot. Little handball over the top there by Hagen. Now they might have a bit of a run here. Kick goes out towards Christie, who's happy to stop prop and then work it out in the middle of the ground where they might have some runners here. Here's Hochter. He takes the mark. McInerney was right on his hammer.
He's been absolutely fantastic in the middle of the ground.
On the right boot, perfect kick out towards Thompson, who takes it. He kicked one early in the game. It might just be beyond him here, but he might back himself. No, he doesn't need to, because he goes in towards the big man inside forward 50 in Britain, who's had a great game. He's kicked 3 majors, and he'll go back from 45 metres out, slide angle. And I tell you what, this will take the margin to 21 points. A 4-goal ask of Bayswater if he puts this one through.
And BWS, you would have thought that Bayswater, with being the experienced side, they should be showing the composure, but it's the complete opposite. It's the kids.
So Britton comes in. He's got 3. He'd love for Riley, and he puts it straight over the goal umpire's head. They're going to take some sort of beating. Look at the boys get around him as well. Croydon, in the final term out here at Bayswater Oval, they lead by a very handy 22 points. 9 minutes into the final term, Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 15-5-95 to Bayswater, 11-8-74.
And Riley Britton in this, he's really been an architect. He's kicked 4 goals in this game now, you know, and so he's certainly given them a focal point up forward.
4 goals each to Fickerelli and Britton as well, so they've kicked 8 of the 11 goals. Ball back in the middle, here's Brett Bestow.
So it picked up nicely, ball about what was picked up by a moment, but it's been fumbled there by Cotty, and the umpire says it's a free kick. It was tackled. He gets the free kick. Bayswater have to get something going here, and they have to do it real quickly. Basically 4 goals behind. It's going to take some stopping. Mark almost taken there, but it's been put up, dropped to the ground. Here they come again. Croydon.
Marr again.
Marr again.
He's been brilliant, Brush.
He has. It's Cotty. And that's be holding the ball. I'd say it is. Free kick.
Tell you what, there's been a lot of holding the ball decisions paid today, but they've all been there as well.
So just taking their time, Croydon, as they don't really have to rush. It's Bayswater that have to make all the play. The short kick finds Ficurelli.
We said the composure was going to be the difference between which side wins this game.
Ficurelli trying to find a target down there, but the ball huge hit coming in here. Boy, oh boy.
That was like a locomotive.
Geez, he's got courage, hasn't he?
Yeah,
How many times can this guy get knocked over and he gets back up again? He's a star.
His father was a bit like that too.
Tell you what, I don't know how Callanan didn't get a free kick there, but nonetheless it comes out up towards the half-forward line. Look away handball there by Lynch, spotted up a teammate there in Adrian Ficurelli. His handball went awry and over the boundary line and out on though. The umpires paid a free kick to Ficurelli across the half-back line. Ball will go back to him. 10.5 minutes tick on and a 25-metre penalty to boot, Rush.
They've had many players, Croydon, that have done their little bit when it's been asked of them, when it's been their turn, and that's one thing that they've done all afternoon. Bayswater, they've been a little too spasmodic for mine.
So
this is very undisciplined here by Bayswater. They've actually now given away another 25, so that's 50 metres.
So Croydon a chance to go forward once again up towards the Clark direction. Bryce Galvin at the back takes a solid mark. He'll want to switch the play here. It needs to hit the target. It does. Here's Mitch Grubb. Takes it across the half-back line. Switches the ball out wide. Makes it a contest there for Lopo, who was massively under pressure there from Jamie Haig. Lopo sees it over the boundary line and out. Everyone's getting amongst it now in the crowd. It's been a great afternoon. Barry Cott's right across the league. What's happening?
Yep, score updates. Mirror Bark 50, Mulgrave 44, Wantoona South 59, Mitcham 48, Park Orchard 74, Lilydale 50.
I'll tell you what, Division 2, isn't it a special division this afternoon? It's all class on the left boot now, Croydon. Here's a go. If they kick one more goal, you'd almost like sow the wind down. Here's Adrian Ficurelli on the right boot, inside forward 50. He goes just inside, ball bounced away from Clark. That was unfortunate for him. It came out, Galvin was in there, the big man. He got dispossessed and he's thrown it away, and Ficurelli on the right boot put that through. Is it advantage paid?
No, he's given
no. It is certainly, well, it isn't. It was a goal. So it will go back and they will have a shot.
The reason that goal was not allowed on advantage because the umpire called stop before the player actually kicked it.
Yeah. And he certainly did. So, but when everyone's watching the play, and the frustrations will come out, but you're absolutely spot on, Raymond. But Jared Clark,
I reckon this could be GO, BWS if this happens, if he puts this one through.
So Jared Clark, the bun's back on the top of his mullet at the moment. He kicks from 50 on the right boot. It's an absolute shank off. The boot is still going to stay alive at the fall of ball. The Croydon still have the numbers. Snap around the body by Wilkins. That's his bread and butter. That's how you play front and centre. And Croydon are going to take away the 4 points and season alive for the Croydon Football Club in 2018. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, they lead by 27 points. 16-5, 101 to 11-8, 74. Barry Cotts. It's all happening around the eastern suburbs across all divisions. What's happening?
Yes, it certainly is. Baronia 55 to Basin 34. South Belgrave 56 to Warrandyte 33. Donvale 50, trailing Ferntree Gully 62. Coldstream 70 to Forest Hill, leading 74. Whitehorse Pioneers 136 to Kilsyth 26. Glenwhaley Hawks 61 to Surrey Park 22.
So back in the middle, 27 points to Croydon, and you'd have to say it's completely deserved as well as Benson gets another hit out, but the ball goes to ground and we'll have a stoppage.
Rash, we've spoken about some good performances today, but Matthew Wilkins, another 3 goals from a small forward.
Yeah, but...
So Benson the tap out again. Galvin to talk.
Nice work, Brush.
Sorry, I didn't want to stop you from the play. Matty Wilkins, an absolute star for Croydon over so many years. I tell you what, he's a great footballer, that bloke.
That's Brash's best special comment of the day, that first bit.
Exactly.
Out to Galvin. Bryce Galvin gets a kick out towards the wing. There's not a lot of players out this way. It's a 2-on-2. A very strong tackle coming in by Riley over the top. A lot of courage being shown there. It's still there. Now it's in the hands of Bayswater as they get it forward. They need something and they need it fast. It's Miller getting a kick forward. That's cut off beautifully there. And that's Haag. Gets it out. Just beautiful control again. Dahl just at half back. Goes down the line.
That back six again.
Just controlling the ball superbly, aren't they?
They're playing like winners here, Croydon. They are playing like winners.
Well, they're just chipping it around like it's a training drill now.
No, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Wilkins, we've spoken about him, had a fantastic game today, and here they go. That's about 4 or 5 just uncontested marks that they've taken, and there's another one.
That's undisciplined there.
That's Clark looking into the sun. It's like Bayswater have put the cue in the rack. They've given up. Clark goes to full forward. Got riding high there and almost taking it was Thompson. Still there though. The little poke kick comes through, and I think it's out of bounds on the full.
I'll tell you what, Paul McCormick will not be happy, Ray, with the way Bayswater have just surrendered at the moment.
They've certainly surrendered, Brash. No, you're right. Look, some sides in this particular game like this would be, you know, you're in front, let's hold the play up.
Yeah.
But why should Croydon hold it up? Take the game on. That's what's got them here, and that's what they're doing exactly.
So it wasn't out of bounds on the full. It was just an ordinary throw-in over the top, Britain. Now the ball hacked forward by Bayswater. Where can they get some inspiration from? It's hard to see it coming from anywhere because it's just all Croydon at the moment. They've been absolutely magnificent. Here's the kick forward by Britain.
Too many loose ends up there for Bayswater. They're not manning up.
Another uncontested mark taken. It's been the story of this quarter as the kick goes inside, flying high and getting pushed was Haag, I think it was. Now it's Carter getting a kick which was partially smothered, but they're at 6s and 7s Bayswater as they get it forward. Another smother. That might be almost a high tackle. No, the umpire says we'll come in and have a ball up. So 27 points the margin. We've had 16 minutes in this half, so in this quarter, should I say. So you'd have to think it's pretty much game done. Stranger things have happened though as the ball goes back. Trying to jink his way out of trouble there. Bayswater player as he gets it down the line, right over the top. Beautiful mark taken again and past to Dixon.
He's had a great game, Dixon off the half-back line.
Dixon across to Haag. Jamie Haag, of course. There's a little they're just happy to just do this now, and that's all they have to do, to be honest, as Carter takes it. They can do this for the rest of the game. Chip straight back to Haag where it came from. This is all eating up the clock and eating into Bayswater's time to try and get back into this game. That might be 50 metre, 25 metres.
20 metre.
So it was there.
A lot of undisciplined acts coming in from Bayswater now, Crash. That'd be the thing that Paul McCormick would be more upset with.
So Justin,
there's no need for it.
No. But the one thing today, gentlemen, I have to agree, I think we've seen the resurgence of the Croydon Football Club today. This has been probably their best performance for so many years, and it's been great to see the young guys that they've recruited to the club lead them to probably their best victory of the season.
Justin Ficcarelli looking for number 5. And he's missed it. Well, that was one you would have probably expected him, the way he's kicked today, to put it through.
Can we go to Barry Cotts with some more scores?
Well, interesting what you've said before, Wayne. Doncaster hit the front at the 80-minute mark of the last quarter at 67-63. And in Division 1, Vermont 10-7, sorry, Noble Park 10-7, 67 trail Vermont 15-9, 99.
I think that's game over now, Baz.
28 points is the margin. Cunningham goes wide. He spots up Scott McInerney. Wants to keep it inside the line, kiddo. Well, you need to go for Skycam Australian Open styles for that one, but I think it was in
the perfect position.
We'll always back the Eastern Football League boundary umpires, that's for sure, at the fall of the ball. Strong tackle on Lopo. Game tackle, in fact. He's not going to get pinged. But a little bit of frustration coming out amongst a few players.
We were just saying, BWS, we feel that this is the resurgence of the Croydon Football Club today. They have been sensational.
Another free kick against Bayswater.
Craig O'Reilly just went in too hard there. You can sense his frustration. And Croydon now across the half-back line. They're happy to soak up every other 30 seconds, every minute of play. The kick goes up towards the half-forward line. Clark was there, tried to pull the mark in, dropped the football. Umpire said play on. There's 4 or 5 players around this one as the big man goes down. And we will have a bounce right in front of us here in the broadcast position. Umpire to throw it up again. Smith goes up in his first game, got it down, handball away there by the high for McGilvray-Smith. This works out okay. Here's Miller, inside forward 50 it goes. It's a 2-on-2 contest. At the back, Cunningham. Oh, he's off to the races here. He has a bounce, which is just risky business, but he's still able to put it through. So Matty Cunningham has his third goal, and there's still life in this Bayswater Football Club yet. 22 points is the margin. Time on is about to tick over in the final term on EFL game day.
Well, to me, that teaches Bayswater a lesson. The lesson is that if you play football, you're more likely to get the chance to kick a goal, because in the last 10 or 15 minutes, they've been manhunting.
Yep.
So just a little glimmer of hope for the Waters as they get it one, but they're still 22 points behind, and we're just ticking up to 20 minutes gone in this last quarter, so maybe another 6-7 minutes, who knows?
I still say a bridge too far.
Probably, but I'm sure the Bayswater supporters will be hanging to any slim hope that they can possibly hang on to. Up it goes. Here's the tap down. Benson might have just got that one to that one first. Beautiful work by Hodker. Bursting through the middle. Bailey Hodker, he goes for home. It's not going to...
That's a goal!
No, it took a nasty bounce. And I think it's gone out of bounds. It has, so we'll have it thrown in the pocket. Pretty good result. Bailey Hodker, magnificent work.
Well, I'll put it this way. I know for a fact that Vermont weren't happy to see young Bailey leave the football club, and I think this afternoon he's proven why.
Had a sensational game, just one of the many heroes in this Croydon side. As the ball comes in, there's Clark trying to get into it, but he's beaten to the ball. And Bayswater will work it out off half back, and that's a shocking hand pass. Goes straight out of bounds, and that pretty much sums up Bayswater's day, I think.
Look, the experienced players of Bayswater have let themselves down badly, I reckon, BWS this afternoon.
Umpire throws the ball back in now. Over the top. Ficcarilli's in and under. He's kicked 4 goals. Has he won the free kick? He has.
He has. Well done.
So Justin will kick from only 25 metres out, almost directly in front. And he just copped one unofficially over the shoulder accidentally by Wayne McInerney. Like it's stiff, but if we're talking technicality, it was there though. Ficcarilli comes in, Ray. He's leading in. He wants 5. He's got 5, and Croydon have got the 4 points this afternoon.
Ben, for a fellow guy under 5 foot tall, suck it up, mate. A free kick's a free kick.
Well, I said technicality said it. I'm not saying that his opponent wasn't a little bit unlucky. Barry Cotts has got some final scores coming through from across the Eastern Football League.
We certainly have in Division 4, Coldstream and Forest Hill. Forest Hill came away with the win in the end, 15-6-96 to Coldstream, 13-5-83. And in Glenwhaley Hawks and Surrey Parks, Glenwhaley Hawks 9-17-72 to Surrey Parks 7-12-54. And the 20-minute mark of the last quarter, Division 2, it's up at Furniture Gully 7-9-51 to Doncaster East 6-9-45.
So back in the middle, it's Galvin who's wrestling in there. In fact, that was McGilvray-Smith as the ball goes forward again. This Croydon side, they've been absolutely relentless this afternoon, and this is going to be a very deserved win. And they might be holding the ball against McInerney, but the umpire says play on. Now it's Galvin. Joel Galvin bursts away. Got a good ball back to McGilvray-Smith. Goes forward. Can he hit a target?
Oh, well done,
Great
Marr.
spoil. It's Marr, who's been pretty good in this second half particularly.
Been excellent.
Now the kick goes inside 50, but beautifully cut off there, and that really is the story. I think that was Wilkins, was it? Dixon. So in the hands now of Harrington. Harrington trying to find a target. Just too easy.
It's been good, Dixon.
Wheeling around onto the right foot is Ficcarilli. Goes to full forward or towards full forward, but it's been rebounded by Bayswater as they come forward again.
Oh, massive kick by
Massive kick, huge kick, looking for Galvin, but Hager's back there and he manages to spoil it. Now it comes out for Kimpton. Little short kick there, but it's going to come back off McGilvray-Smith. Got a handball over the top. Now O'Reilly back to McGilvray-Smith. Little chip down the line there. The mark is paid. Yes, it is. Good mark there taken by Cullinan. Wheels around onto the right foot, goes to full forward, but great ball coming in there. Van Royen, he's been good on this quarter too. Now it goes back for the shot, and I think he might have...
No.
In fact, no. Nothing happening there. Through for a minor score.
Billy Dixon again.
No score.
Handball over the top. They're working themselves out. Here's Adrian Ficcarilli up towards the wing position. He was looking for Thompson, overran the football, or it didn't hit him on the chest, so he was stiff there. Bayswater a chance through the hyphen. McGilvray-Smith on the left boot. Set sail for goal to the top of the goal square. Cunningham's there. Can he get boot to ball? He can, and he's kicked his 4th goal of the afternoon. Well done there by Matty Cunningham. Just in the nick of time. Barry Cotts, you are looking excited. There's a final score coming through.
Yes, a Division 1 score. Final score was Doncaster have come back 20 seconds ago. Saville was the winner with the winning goal. The final score was Doncaster 10-14-74 have defeated South Croydon 10-9-69.
Oh,
wowza.
Can't wait for Dan Sensi to come back out here to Bayswater Oval, where he will be doing his around-the-ground report on that game of where he has been today. 24.5 minutes tick over out here. It's still a 22-point margin. There's not enough time left. Croydon are taking home the points today, but can Bayswater give them a scare, or can Croydon answer the challenge, which they've done so every time this term? Ball hits the deck. Adrian Ficarelli on the bottom of the pack, and we will have a bounce.
It's been 15 goals to 7 since quarter time for Croydon, and they really have taken control of the contest.
They certainly have, as the ball is knocked out there. Bayswater win the tap as the ball goes to ground.
And just to think, they were 37 points down heading into time on into the first quarter. What a fantastic comeback.
Has indeed been a fantastic comeback. We almost called it at quarter time. That's how one-sided it was, as Calvin gets a little knock back, or tries to get a knock back into the field of play, but can't do so. And it's out of bounds. So we've had 25.5 minutes gone, so we can't have a heck of a lot longer to go, maybe another 3 or 4 minutes tops.
Who knows, especially with the timekeepers.
That's right, yes. The old pocket watchers. Now the ball goes in. Up they go. Good work there by Milner. He's been good too. Got the tap out. Here they come again off half-back. They've been fantastic in that area. Croydon, great mark taken by Thompson. Wheels around, looks for the next option. Goes down the line. Beautifully done. And is that a mark? Mark or free kick, take your pick. It was Wilkins. He got slammed. There's a bit of frustration. You can see the Bayswater players starting to just get a little bit upset. It's really just the frustration, I think, of the situation, as Wilkins chips it forward, and that's just too easy.
Very undisciplined last quarter by Bayswater.
Yeah,
look,
certainly
there's
is.
loose men everywhere.
Hard goes out wide. Now the ball, a wobbly old kick inside, almost a mark taken, but it's spilled away. And it goes out of bounds. You're absolutely right, Ray. It has been very undisciplined from Bayswater. Once, as they can see the game slipping away, they started to really just get a bit too scrappy and get into the bad stuff, really, than just settling down and trying to play the game. So Bayswater to bring it back in. They've had 26.5 minutes in this final term. Knocked down. Here's Croydon again. Joel Galvin gets back and does well. He gets a handball to no one in particular, but it works out for Bayswater. But look at the urgency of the Croydon players around the ball. Fantastic. Marr goes back. He's been good today. Got a little ball off to Haag. Haag goes down the line looking for a target. Beautiful mark taken there. That's Wilkins. He's been good as well. Wilkins goes inside looking for a target. Up they go. Almost taken there. It was Thompson. He got hands. And it's going to go through for a point, I think. Yes, it is. Hurried through for a point. But Croydon won't mind this one bit, because this game is done and dusted. 27 minutes gone in this final term. It's 17-8, 110 to 13-8, 86 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Well, 4 goals to Baz. More final scores.
Yeah, final Division 1 score. Roval 14-9-93 have defeated Balwyn 8-7-55.
Goodness me.
See, they've fallen away in the second half the last 2 weeks, Paul, and that's not a good sign.
So long kick down, finds Galvin. There might have been a case for a 25 there, but not paid, as the ball is slapped away by Haag. And it'll go out of bounds over there on the far side.
I reckon the one good thing about that Morris was saying it on pre-match, Ray, was the fact that they've got a couple of senior guys to come in. Well, I tell you what, on today's performance, they might have to wait their turn.
They might have to
get on the queue.
On the performance that turned out today, you could not, maybe one injury that went to hospital, that's about all.
Yep.
So Smith got the tap. Now here they come again. Croydon, this run, it's been absolutely fantastic all day as they go inside 50. Not such a good kick. It might work out though. Kempson was back there, but it's Bayswater who get their hands on it. Handball comes out. Here they come again, Bayswater. Little short kick down the centre of the ground. Marker's taken. Nice work by Lope, but it's not such a good kick. Galvin has to wait for it for an eternity. Eventually gets
what's happened here?
Hands on it. We've got a whistle as well.
Free kick against Loco in the middle. Once he got put down, I didn't see exactly what he did, but the umpire was right onto him.
No, it's gone.
No, it's gone the other way.
Yeah,
I was going to say, because otherwise, why wouldn't he have played advantage?
He's done something naughty.
Lopo was put down. He got up, and I think he had a go at the player.
So Lynch Little short kick out to Ma. Ma goes down the wing. Can he hit a target? Just a little bit strong, the kick, and it's comfortably marked over there. Here they come again, Bayswater. It's Miller. He gets a handball off as they go inside 50 again, but beautifully, oh, in fact, it wasn't beautifully done. It went over the top, and they've still got a chance, Bayswater. And there's the siren. There is the siren. What a great performance by Croydon. The Croydon Football Club have come back from the brink after a pretty ordinary first quarter, and they have completely outplayed Bayswater this afternoon here at the Bayswater Oval. The final score 17-8-110. Croydon have defeated Bayswater 13-8-86, and Wayne Brescia richly deserved in theirs.
Yeah, a fantastic effort by Croydon. I reckon, like I said earlier, I reckon we've seen the rebirth of the Croydon Footy Club today.